right, praise the Lord, everybody. I'm Bishop Robert Garrett, and I'm going to come to you from the third division of Psalms. I'm not going to be long. Amen. So I'm going to pray, Father, we thank you today, God. I should use me, God, in a special way, God. I'm actually to clear my mind of everything that's not like you, Father. I'm actually to help me, to walk with me, lead me, and guide me, and show me what you want me to know. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Okay. Psalms 3. And it reads, Lord, how many foes increase? There are many who attack me. Many say about me, there is no help for him in God. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, and the one who lifts up my head. I cry aloud in the Lord, and he answers me from his holy mountain. I lie down to sleep, I wake up again, because the Lord sustains me. I will not be afraid of thousands of people who have taken their stand against me, or even on every side. Rise, Lord, save me. You strike the enemies on the cheekbone. You break the teeth of the wicked. Salvation belongs to the Lord. And what this is simply saying, David about his enemies attacking him. And in the text that he wasn't so much concerned about his enemy, but his focus was on God. A lot of us, we go through something during the day, and enemies attack us, and people attack us, and talk about us, and we don't even know they're talking until somebody come and tell us that they're saying this and that, this and that, and that. So this was the case with David. He was going through something in this text. But in that text, he wasn't worried about his enemies. He was so focused on, his mind was focused on God. So if we keep our mind focused on God, the enemies that come against us, we're not really worried about it because we're protected. So David said he slapped the enemy on cheekbone. What that's simply saying is it was an insult to the people that was coming against him because God was defending him. So he wasn't, like I said, it's no other way around it. A lot of things that we go through as people, if we are focused and our mind is on God, they say, forget about your haters. Your haters don't mean nothing. They just hating on you because they have this and you have that and they don't have this. But mainly, David was not focused on his enemies that was trying to destroy him. He was focused on God. He wasn't worried about the outside things. Some of us, because us, you know, and then, I don't want to stereotype because we black, we are so rowdy and ghetto and stuff like that. That's not always the case. Some of us in the situation, depending on what it is, as black people, we know how to turn the other cheek. But we ain't going to just keep turning cheeks all the time. I understand that. So it got to the point, if you read further, that David was going through some stuff. After a while, he got ghetto. Because after a while, you tell a person a certain thing, and they're not listening at that time. So now you got to get ignorant in order for them to get the picture. Now, a lot of people in the Bible don't misunderstand it. They had to get ghetto. Peter, for instance, when he was in the crowd and he called the people a bastard, he got upset that he cut the man's ear off. So Jesus in the crowd, you know, let them know, Peter, like, you really didn't have to cut the man's ear off. Like, oh, come on, I'm the Messiah. Did you see me not go to the crowd and drop everybody on the floor? So it's like that. We got one person in the crew that everybody respects. And in this case, that David, when he was going through, he looked into God for his enemies. So a lot of us, when we get in trouble, we're not, like I said, we're not looking for our enemies, amen, to, you know, help us, because they're not going to help us. They're going to try to destroy us any way that they can. So if we focus on God and do what God tells us to do, we can hear God when he say, okay, go this way, don't go that way. So in the midst of all of this, and the enemies and going through what he's going through, David knew how to get out of what he was in because he looked to God. And if you go further, he said, Lord, how will they increase that trouble me? My enemy's giving me problems. So I don't really want to go outside because I got a problem with the enemy on the outside. So David, he prayed. And when he prayed, God dealt with his enemies. So like I'm saying to everybody today, you got a problem. You know, sometimes you come to blows, sometimes it gets dead like that. But if you look to Jesus, now I'm a preacher. Let me get right quick. I'm a preacher. You slap me one time on one cheek, and you turn around, I give you the other one. After a while, I run out of cheeks. Then what? Okay? So, you know, when we preach the gospel, you got a lot of deep preachers, and I learned this today, got a lot of deep preachers that's about religion. Religion didn't save us, salvation did. So, you know, I don't look at it, okay, I'm a preacher, I'm deep, or you got what you got around you. I'm not saying it's okay, like let me be real. You got your little sport and drink. That don't bother me. You do what you do. I do what I do. So, you know, a lot of us like a lot of preachers like to tend to be so saved and so deep. Yeah. Like, you ain't got no business living your life. You know, in life, there's a life outside the church. I'm going to tell you what they don't tell you. I got a life outside the church. It ain't going to be Jesus 24/7 because he don't deal with me always. So, you know, at times we got to get ghetto. Just point blank. So, David here, he prayed to his enemies, but we go further. After a while, one of the enemies got struck at the cheekbone. He got struck. He prayed. And let me tell you, when something happens and you pray and you ask God to come, he will come. That's all we got to do. So, this is my message to y'all. If I use for a topic today, and confident in trouble. You have confidence. You're in trouble, and I guarantee you, if you ain't never called Jesus day in your life, when you're in trouble, something hit or a building coming, and I hear on Facebook from time to time, I ain't worried, God got me, God got me. He do. He do. He reign on the just or dwells others. What it means is he reign on saved people that serve it and ones that's not serving. So this God has no respect of persons. That means he has no favoritism. And what he do for us, what he do for people that are saved, that are serving, he do for the sinner too. So a lot of us, we don't come to church because they're not telling us the right thing that we ought to know. It ain't always, you ain't living right, you're going to hell. Or God going to do this, he's going to strike you down. He's not that type of God. Now, he loves us. He loves us. But he's not going to play with us. We got to do what we have to do and let God be God in your life. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Bishop.
All right.
All right. Bishop, you could introduce yourself?
Oh, yeah. I'm Bishop Garrett. I live in North Carolina, but residing in New Jersey at the moment right now. And all my children over there. Let me say, kids.
Okay.
That's my wife over there with one of them.
All right.
Dark color. She said, don't do her. Our sister back, you all right. I'll message you later.
Right. I'm gonna make my cake.
It's Corey T. How you doing, Corey T?
What's up, brother?
All right, right. I just want to say thank you for speaking for our birthday celebration. Me and my sister. It's my sister right here.
Yeah.
My twin, Charlene. Right? And this is
Sergeant Brunson.
yeah, Sergeant. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you for coming, Bishop. All right.
All right, this is Corey Teague. I'm honored and privileged to be here with my brother. We've always been rocking together for what, 27 years now?
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be here with him once again. I can say so many things about him because, like I said, we've been rocking for many, many years. And I saw a post that you wrote earlier on Facebook, and it's true. You have to see, you know, you got to keep an eye on the people that you support, and then when it's time for them to support you, you don't see them. Mm-hmm. One thing I can say about me and Elvis is that we ride hard, you know, and being that I could never fill the shoes that Randy filled, but I could do my part from where I was, because I was the youngest in the group, so I can just continue to fill that gap the best I can as a brother. And I'm glad that, you know, you're celebrating another year of life. Charlene, you're celebrating another year of life. 2020, 2021 has so far been a rough, you know, 12-month period. We don't know what the rest of this year is going to be like, but we're going to get through it because we're going to do it together as family and with love and with unity.
Amen.
All right, peace.